Hello, my friends. Here we are on day 30. My God, what an honor and privilege and blessing it is, and all of these words that are really overused, but I mean them all. Anyway, I'm so happy to have you join me for this final day of mindful movement with Fable. Now, I am beaming at you today as we practice our practice. So we will be working through all that we have journeyed through in this entire series. We'll take the time to drop in with a meditation, then we will move, and then we will marvel in all that has been cooked, okay? So without further ado, let's just start in a seated position. Sit up nice and comfortably. Let your hands just fall wherever feels right for these first few moments. Close your eyes and breathe. Breathing, settling, and relaxing. And just coming into a place of stillness, knowing that stillness might be the hardest quality to achieve right now. And then just using your breath as a gateway to the sacredness within you, to the sacredness of this community, of this network, as you sense, as you feel, as you perceive all of the people that are breathing with you right now, as you take a deep breath in. And then let it go, breathe out. So using that breath less as one that is just sustaining life and more of one that is fully awakening it. So again, take a long, steady breath in. And then a cleansing breath out. One more time, and as you inhale, I want you to really scan your body of any residual tension. Breathe in. Hold your breath at the top. See if you could take another sip of air in. Now exhale and completely let go. Now as you pay attention to your breath, allow your physical body to just slip deeper and deeper into a restful state. Allowing your subconscious mind to turn on and to become fully aware. Now, just like how we started, I invite you to come back to that Earth Witness Mudra, where you place your right hand down on the earth, and then place your left hand on your heart. We give with our right hand. So anything that you're ready to let go of, anything that you still need to shift, okay, 30 days on, we can just give that all back to Mother Earth and let her transmute that energy. And then we receive with the left hand our heart's intentions, our heart's desires, so you can fully uncover who it is that you are and what it is that you want to bring into this final practice, into your day, your month, your year ahead. And as we step into this new month, as we step into this time, this space, this practice, let it all just be really intentional. Be present. Take ownership of it. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. Clearly, right? But we do get to choose how we respond. Now you have time and you have space to set a new intention or to come back to your old Sankalpa. What did you set at the start of this journey? Has it come to fruition now? What have you learned? What direction do you want to head in now? What experiences do you want to have? What is the energy that you want to bring in? Make a decision and don't let the outside world set your agenda. You set it for yourself. Set it deeply. And once that sankalpa materializes, imagine this intention take form as a tiny seed at the very center of your heart. And then imagining this seed grow tiny roots, extending its tendrils in and around your entire being, and eventually nestling a little seed right in that space underneath the palm of your hand. Allowing your intention, your seed, your sankalpa to really materialize as we breathe into our entire existence. Nourishing breath in. Healing breath out. Do that again and really mean it. Begin to flood the bones, the body with all of this goodness. Breathing fully. Exhale completely. One more round to really set us up for this practice, to really strap us in. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, my loves, open your eyes. Walk your hands forward. Shuffle yourselves forward. Unravel those lovely knees of yours. And let's meet in a tabletop position. All right, once you get there, a few rounds of cat-cow. So breathe in as you really expand and puff through your heart space. Pinch your shoulder blades together, tilt your tailbone up. As you breathe out, round in the opposite direction and over-exaggerate this movement. Okay, so I'm gonna set you up to really set you free today. So just continue to move in your own free way. Take in any shapes that feel necessary. So move organically, instinctively, intuitively. Let this practice be your own story, your own interpretation. Ask your body, how do you want me to move? And adjust accordingly. All right, now, once you've journeyed through whatever you're working through, start to come back. We'll meet in a tabletop pose to curl the toes under and glide the hips back, down dog. And do it with intention, not just to get it done. So we meet in down dog where we can activate through the hands and the feet, sending those hips up with lots of energy and buoyancy and vitality. And then we infuse that throughout the being as we breathe in, energizing breath. Exhale. All right, take a look forward. Walk your feet forward like you're stepping into puddles. Let it be fun. Eventually the feet will come all the way to the top of the yoga mat and you're just going to hang over your legs. Again, make this your own. You know your body better than I do. So if you need to give your upper trunk a little bit of a sway, a flop, a fold, go ahead. And I'm going to encourage everyone to give the lips a flubber, a flutter. So you can do it with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, now since we've cleared that up, let's start to roll the body all the way up. Now once the head lifts, shoot your arms all the way up and overhead, but close down your eyes, close them. Now bring the hands to prayer position and trace your thumbs to your third eye center. For clarity of your thoughts and manifesting your dreams into existence. And then trace the thumbs to your lips for clarity of speech and only speaking words of truth. And then trace the thumbs to the center of your chest for clarity of your actions and only acting in ways that align with your higher self. Now take a big breath into yourself. Inhale. Out the mouth, let it go. Exhale. All right, my loves, have a beautiful practice. Let's do this. Open up your eyes, sweep your arms all the way up and inhale. Fall down to the ground as you exhale. Let it be a rinse. Let it be a release as you surrender. Sun salutation A, nice and simple. Halfway, breathe in. High plank position, breathe out. Stabilize through your being, heels back, crown of the head forward, pull the shoulder blades away and the navel in, and then take a breath in. As you breathe out, the knees are going to drop, or you will transition high plank to low plank. Roll over the toes and lift up your chest. Puff your heart space forward in between your biceps. Inhale. To a down dog, we exhale. Let the breath guide you. Let it push the hips up and back. It's going to be your anchor. Let it be the boss. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, now give your knees a little bit of a bend. Take your gaze forward. Inhale. As you exhale, step or give your feet a big jump all the way forward. Halfway. And then fold. Root down, rise all the way up. Let's get that energy, that heat building. Breathe in. Come back down to the ground and breathe out. Like you've never been in any of these poses before. Can you treat them like a fresh discovery? Halfway. High plank position. Perhaps you even want to jump back as you lower. Lifting up, back bend, breathe into it. As you breathe out, down dog. Emphasis on slowing the breath down. Inhale. Exhale. One more round just like that. Give your knees a deep bend. So kind of like you're on a springboard here. You're going to look forward. Gaze to where you want to jump to, breathe in. As you breathe out, power yourself all the way to the top of the yoga mat. Root down through the feet and just reset your spine halfway. And then fold. Now press down and lift your arms up like a sunrise. Light your body open, breathe in. All the way back down, you breathe out. Like a sunset. Halfway, inhaling. High plank, exhaling. You're going to go on your own journey and I'm going to see you through back in down dog. Notice if your habitual tendency is to rush and get this over and done with. Let's begin to break out of those habits, my friends. All right, once you get to down dog, take a breath with me. Inhale. Exhale. Sun salutations C. Let's work into those hips. Right foot is going to swing back as you inhale. Stretch it back. Exhale, step the foot all the way forward, but don't miss out that contraction of the belly. So you find that tiger curl and then land the toes. One swift movement as the left knee drops, your arms lift up. Anjaneyasana. Now pick your own variation with your hands. You can hook your thumbs, you can bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra prayer position, or you can find that pistol grip mudra. So play around. Tap in, tune on and turn on. Inhale as you lift up your chest. Exhale, hands come to the ground. Let's float the left foot all the way forward. Fold, drop the skull. Okay, halfway. And then let it go, fold. Press down and lift your body all the way up. Same, just a little different. Come back down to the ground. Keep riding your breath through all of the information, all of the sensations. Halfway lift. Okay, now listen, you're going to step that left foot all the way back. We meet in Anjaneyasana again as the left knee kisses the ground, your arms lift up. Again, let your upper trunk do whatever it wants to do with the hands. And then settle into your lower trunk, so drop through the hips, but be mindful that you're not dumping into the lower back. Keep the navel in, keep lifting through the sides of the rib cage. Open up and inflate, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Down dog. Lift the left leg back, stretch it back, turn on your adductors, flex the toes, breathe in. Knee in, as you breathe out, the foot is landing forward, but again, do not miss out this opportunity to contract, and then step the foot forward. Right knee down, arms float up. Try to marry whatever you did on the other side. Okay, so I hooked my thumbs, but I'm going to switch the way I habitually want to hook them. And then I want to go a little deeper for this round so I can work into that right psoas. Opening through the chest. We're going to need it later on. Breathe in. Hands to the earth, breathe out. Right foot forward. This should feel familiar now. Fold. Halfway. Let it go, Uttanasana. Root down, rise all the way up, Tadasana. Translates to mountain pose. So be strong like a mountain. Come all the way back to the earth, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Frame the left foot, step the right toes back. Let the right knee drop to the ground as soft as possible. But then lift your arms up with strength, with power, with energy. Find your mudra. Hold and breathe. Maintain and sustain. Stay lifted and shifted and breathe in. Hands to the earth, foot back, breathe out. We're going to take a vinyasa. Roll yourself forward, inhale. Lower yourself down, exhale. Lift up through your upper trunk. Breathe in. Child's pose position. Breathe out. Moment to rest. Moment to reset. Moment to recalibrate. But you stay in the seat of the witness right now. So no need to overanalyze or intellectualize or fantasize or even fidget. Just really stay anchored in your own presence. Anchored in your awareness. Now become more aware of your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now see if you could really start to flood that breath throughout your body. I want you to imagine that I'm at home with you right now and my hands are going to be behind your back. And as you inhale, you'll start to feel the back inflate into the hands. And then as you exhale, feel the hands press the hips down into the ground. So what naturally will occur is this deeper sense of groundedness. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar. See with the breath from this stabilized place. Let's do it. Down dog we go. Sweep the right foot back and inhale. Step the tootsies forward. Exhale, contraction. Left knee down, expansion of your chest. Anjay, breathe in. Hands forward and down, breathe out. Left foot steps forward, fold. Halfway. Let it go. Stay on your breath even if I'm not cueing it. The inhale lifts you up. The exhale, you fold back down. Halfway. Frame right foot, left foot goes back on the exhale. Lift up your arms, breathe in. Hands to the ground, down dog, breathe out. Left foot up and back, inhale. Knee to nose and then foot forward, exhale. Right knee down, float your arms up, work deeper into your spine as you breathe in. As you breathe out, hands to the earth, right foot forward, reset your lower back, breathe out. Halfway. And then fold. You're going to root all the way down to lift all the way up. Breathing in. Come all the way back to the earth, breathe out. Halfway, my friends. Frame the left foot, right foot back. Lower the knee, lift up your arms and inhale. Hands to the ground, downward facing dog. You exhale. Shins down, Stack your spine, shoulders over your hips, collect your hands on your lap, and just feel. Feel how all of those shapes and movements and how all of that breath, that prana, notice how it helps unlock a more expanded version of you. And more open, and more light. Now tap back into that lightness, into that aliveness. As you reconnect to your life force, your breath, breathe in, breathe out. So beautiful, my friends. Let's begin to shuffle ourselves forward into a tabletop pose. Okay, so from tabletop, since we've opened up the hips, we're going to start to work a little deeper into the back, but in more of a restorative way. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist, bring your right shin to a 45-degree angle. Yes, it feels familiar to pigeon. We go in there in a second, but for now, we're going to take a back bend. So left knee goes back, bring your right hand to the center of the yoga mat. And I want you to really root down through the back edge, the back end of this right foot. So let that be like your little break. Activate through all 5 toes. Keep the left hip driving forward. So really anchor through it. Bend your left knee. Left hand reaches back to grab for the foot. Now, if you can grab for the foot, you kick the shin back. So by default, we open up the chest. This natural arc takes place as we work into the hips, the psoas, and the spine. So you might want to stay here. Notice how I've already started to shift onto the right hip. If you're doing that too, that's a good indicator that you're going off balance. So we have to keep forcing this left hip forward. If you're here and you're like, this feels easy, you're going to slide your left foot to the inside of your left elbow. There we go, I've just popped off to the right again. Keep that left hip forward. Slide the foot to the inside of the left elbow. Hello, quad. Yes, it feels intense. If it feels too much, back off. If you want a little more, right arm lifts up. Hands interlace. Left hip comes forward as your right hip pulls back. Eventually the hands interlace and you press the back of the head into the forearms. Keep squaring off your chest, so bring it back forward. Stay lifted and breathe. Inhale. Keep in the capacity of the shape that you're in and exhale. All right, release that leg. Release the foot. Bring the chest back forward. Take a moment to just reestablish your sitting bones. Breathe in. As you breathe out, walk your hands forward and just counteract that back bend as we work into the lower back. Only a few cycles of breath here. Slowly does it. Lift up your chest, hands under your shoulders, right knee under your hip. Whew. Hello, hips. Give those hips a little bit of a sway, a wag. So we can feel those mobilizations take place through that right leg. You might have to just give it a little bit of a shake and a shuffle. Left side, so we'll bring that left knee behind the left wrist. The shin will come to this 45-degree angle. So look how the left heel is close to my right hip. That's a good indicator as I send my right knee back. Left hand to the center. Lift up to walk your right hand back. And then bend your right knee. Keep stabilized through the back of your left foot. So really activate through all 5 toes. Clasp hold of your right ankle and kick your shin back. Open up your torso. Keep your navel suctioned in and up. Squeeze your glutes slightly. You might just be staying here, working on an open in the back and driving the right hip forward. Or you might be able to slide your foot to the inside of the elbow. Hello, quad. It might even feel a little different on this side. Again, you can stay or you can start to float the hands together. Taking this position to mermaid or merman. Now keep your hips nice and level. Can you expand and inflate through your heart space some more? Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let's come on out. Release that right foot. Peel your chest all the way back through center. Tent up onto the fingertips. Lift up out of the waist and inhale. Exhale, we walk the hands forward. Full pigeon pose. I'm just going to get real quiet so you can be with yourself for these next few breaths. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to come on out. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Step your left knee back under your hips. Give those hips a little bit of a waggle, a shuffle, a shift. And then let's have you just sit your bum back towards your heels. Sit up nice and tall. All right, last few moments of this practice. And it's really going to be an opportunity for you to express and play with something that you're working on, something that you want to just revisit. Now, I'm going to throw in a headstand, so you can come with me, or you can play around with something else that you're really starting to journey through. If you want to set up headstand, come with me, bring the elbows down. So the elbows will be shoulder distance apart. A good way to match that distance is to bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. And then re-interlace the hands so they come into this nice loose connection, and I'm going to slide the back of my head up into the hands. Let me move this clip. So I slide my head up into the back of the hands, I curl my toes under, I press down through the elbows to lift up the hips, walk the toes in and in and in, so eventually my hips are over my shoulders. Now keep pressing down and see if you can lift one heel in towards the glute. If you can lift one in with that deep compression, see if you can lift the other one in. If you're there, if the knees are in nice and hugged tightly, see if you can slowly extend the leg. One leg, maybe the other. If it feels a little unsettled, then you can always split the legs too. Finding that bite. And once you've got the balance, you make some micro adjustments where you can press down to lift up out of the scapula. Hold and breathe, inhale. As you exhale, let's start to come down without crash landing. Knees down, hips down, child's pose, arms extend. Wherever you just went, start to come back. Let's all meet in Balasana, child's pose position. Your home base for this entire series. I'm reminding you that if you was to stay in this position for the entire practice, then you still leave feeling cleansed. You still leave feeling charged as long as you bring your awareness, your focus to your breath. The breath is the biggest part. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now slowly does it. Lift up your chest. Sit your hips to one side. Extend your legs forward. And then let's come to collectively lie down on our backs. Let yourself go. Let go like you're being held right now. Let go as if yesterday had no bearing on today. Let go as if you could not control tomorrow. Let go. Feel yourself. Come home to yourself, whole and healed. And then start to bring in some small undulations back into the body. Rotating the ankles, stretching out the fingers. And then transitioning into a fetal position. From this fetus, you lift yourself up, grow tall, sit yourself upright. So take care to get up comfortably. And once you get yourself set up in a seat, close your eyes again as you lengthen your spine. And then from this vantage point, I want you to just sit with a moment with where we have all just been over the past 30 days. So where you went, what was seen, what was understood in a new way. Let it all emerge. And whilst we are in this container, then we can also take in a few moments to journal. So you can grab a pen, piece of paper, or your phone, write in your notes. And I want you to just allow whatever needs to flow. And the prompt is, what did you come to understand over this series? What do you want to remember? What did you come to say? What did you come to understand? What do you want to remember? And really it's my hope that you would have seen in some way, shape or form your own stability in moving forward. Because where there is awareness, there is awakening. And where there is awakening, there is an establishment of ground to stand on. Now, if you're still writing, and if you want to sit there for another 30 minutes, then by all means, keep going. But if you're ready to close, then take the next 10, 20, 30 seconds to bring this towards a close. And if you've already finished, just close your eyes and sit up tall again. And let's just reconvene with this entire collective here. So as your eyes closed, you can place your hands on your thighs and allow your palms to face upwards as we tune into all the practitioners, tuning into this network, connecting to this collective. Allowing the palms to be open as we send out any benefit of this practice, any healing energy, any light, any power. We can offer it up and we can share it. And we will do that by the sound of Om. So let's take a breath first. Breathe in. From the mouth, breathe out. Inhale to Om. Om. And let your hands meet one another. Drop your chin towards your chest. And then bow your chest all the way forward. And let this shape be the completion of the end of this practice, of this series. Namaste. There is really only one thing to say, and it's thank you. Thank you so much, so much for carving out the time for yourself each day, each and every day. And thank you for sharing this entire experience with us. As the world continues to shift, then that means that community has to take a different kind of form. And we have to be there to take another form to meet it. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me. And we'll see you always